Good morning, students. How are you? I hope all are well. My dear students, in previous lectures, virtual classes, we have started the chapter Properties of Water, and today we have continued the same chapter. Today our topic is water cycle. What is water cycle? You already know that water has been around for the billions of years, and water gets recycled over and over again. Now, what is the water cycle? That is the question arising our mind. And the water cycle, we have complete this water cycle in these forms: transpiration, evaporations, condensation, precipitations, and accumulation. When all these fives are completed, and then our water cycle is complete. Now I will explain one by one. Water cycle, that is the full accumulation, evaporation, transpiration, condensation, precipitations. Now first of all I will explain the transpiration. The evaporations of the water from plant, that is the transpiration. Transpiration is a process similar to the evaporations. It is the loss of water from the parts of the plant, especially leaves. Transpiration adds to the amount of the water vapor present in the air, and this also play a role of the cloud formation. Question is arising, do plants really sweat? Yes. Plants release the water to supply the photosynthesis, bringing minerals up from the roots and cool ourselves off. That is the transpiration. Another one, evaporation. You already know the definitions of the evaporations: the conversion of the water from a liquid to a gas. Means solar energy, that is the release from the sun, drive the evaporations of the water from the ocean, and the evaporated water change from a liquid form into the water vapors, a gaseous form. Condensation, the transformation of the water vapors back into the liquid water by cooling. Evaporated water is warmed and rise into the air, where it eventually cool and condense to form clouds. Precipitations, rain, hail or snow falling from the clouds due to the condensation of water. When clouds became very heavy with condensed water, the water is released in the form of rain, hail or snow. Accumulation, the collection of the precipitation into the rivers, lakes and oceans. This is complete the water cycle. Here water cycle means transpiration, evaporation, condensation, precipitation, accumulation. All these forms complete the water cycle. In briefly, I have explained all this. This is the complete water cycle. Water from the ocean, sea, river and lakes changes into the vapors as it evaporates due to the heat of the sun. And these water vapors rise up. As these go very high, they get cooled and condensed to form the tiny droplets of liquid water. In this way, clouds are formed. As more as water vapors condense, the drops of the water in the clouds get bigger and bigger, and finally they fall back on the earth as rain. I have explained all this water cycle. Yes, when rain has come, a part of the rainwater which fall on the earth sink into the ground, and some of this groundwater is taken up by the plants and some of it goes to wells or the springs. Most of the rainwater goes back to the rivers and sea, and from there it again gets evaporated by the heat of the sun. The cycle process of the evaporation of the water from the earth's surface followed by the condensation is called the water cycle in nature. Means it is completed. This cycle is repeated. Water is evaporate, water is condensed, come in the form of the rain, snow, and plant absorb. Transpiration is there, precipitation is there, accumulation is there, and this cycle is repeated. And one more thing, my dear students, rain droplets just form, it is the purest form of water. But by the time they reach the surface of the earth, they become impure because dissolve the many of the harmful gases present in the air, also get the dust, smoke, mixture, all these are the mix in the water. So rainwater is impure, but when these are formed, it is the purest form. So it is our complete water cycle. Thank you so much and take care.